to 3-3 and 3-4.
Where?
That I walked that. I was in 162 and walked that when they changed the units. I walked that with my with the bag. We all had to move the units. You know what I'm saying? So I'm there. I fight. I stay there for like 13 months, and finally I ended up taking my time in like 2000 and Jesus Christ, like 2018 for sure. 2018 like summertime. It was like July 25th, something like that. 2018. I went to Walpole. Was in Walpole up until like November. December, and they kept me like for 5 months, scumbags. But
they kept you in Walpole for 5 months.
Yeah, because I sat at like I just know people everywhere. So it sometimes it's a burden for me because if I see my dog somewhere, I'm going home, sitting with him real quick, like. You know what I mean? Those times I ended up not even knowing. I got dudes doing like, you know what I mean? Like this is like OGs from certain hoods that are doing 50. I'm just sitting next to him like Ips was on me, like Ips didn't know what was going on. I got nothing really on record like that, like gang wise, but I'm sitting with like gang statures, like, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about like the big dog of the big dog. So you know what I'm saying? You know, just again through the streets, through money. It's just like I ended up like this with motherfuckers in the street. I ended up knowing this dude. So like that's just how it was for me. But yeah, bro, I had minimum points. They blackballed me. I didn't hit the minimum for fucking a year and a half after that.
Right. So where'd you end up going from there?
Shirley Medium.
Okay, and what was Shirley Medium like?
Well, here I am. Slowly got up this morning, I was in a minor gloom. Just woke up from a dream in some finer rooms. I was grooving, we was moving to some finer tunes. Women everywhere, we was chilling, eating finer food. But it's back to the trap, a different grease up in mommy's spoon. Where they backdoor Bobby, but little Tommy knew.
Welcome back to the W number. Tonight I got a great guest, man. More Beezy's boy. He's doing big things in the scene right now. Definitely gonna get into his life. He's done some time upstate and he's got an interesting story, bro. I know you guys are gonna enjoy this shit. So, introduce yourself, man. Let me know where you came from and just how your childhood started off.
Yeah, y'all know who it is, man. It's Arthur Supreem in the building. Back to another dope podcast, another dope platform. Shout out to Maddie and the W number for bringing me out, and of course, shout out to Mort for always, Start, man, it's simple, man. I'm from right around the block. I'm from Somerville, Mass. Cambridge is still in my family too. My mother's from Cambridge. My father's from Somerville. So growing up, I played sports in Cambridge, but I lived in Somerville. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, back and forth thing for me. Cambridge and Somerville was like pretty much where I grew up. I'm 30. I look young, but I'm 34. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, like. There was, back then, things are a little bit different out here now. They started to gentrify things a little bit more, especially in the past, 10 years. But
what was your neighborhood like in general?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get to. It just was way more, commonly poor. It was more of a normalcy. You know what I'm saying? It was just everybody was kind of fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Was it white poor or was it?
It was Somerville. So this is the thing I love about Somerville and Cambridge, and I'm glad you asked that because this is a conversation that I be having with so many people that Somerville and Cambridge might be two of the craziest melting pot cities. Not when they started, of course, years and years ago, but in the 90s, 90s, early 2000s. See you later. Somerville and Cambridge were some of the most diverse cities I've ever seen in my life. You know what I'm saying? I grew up with white kids, Cape Verdean kids, Haitian kids, Spanish kids. It's just my generation was just so diverse with that. You know what I'm saying? So when I ended up reaching out to other places and started seeing some places that have a little bit more things a little bit more segregated, things like that, it used to fuck me up. Excuse me, guys.
Yeah, you can swear. You can say whatever you want on this podcast.
It used to fuck me up because I'm just like, wait a minute, y'all deal with that? Y'all... Because around our way, it don't matter what it was, no matter what kids is at the park, you hear someone saying some, racist shit or just some out-of-pocket shit, and everybody's like, hey, hold on,
Okay, so it wasn't accepted like that.
Nah, fuck no. Because in Somerville, white boys fuck with everybody. Everybody fuck with everybody in one way or another in Somerville. Sports, we were a sports city, you know.
Somerville had a little nickname. Do we remember it?
Slumberville, yeah.
So we have grates on our doors and windows, as you know, because we were here back then. But it was my favorite. I loved this area. But the people were so different. Everybody was families. Mama Gino's neighborhood, a couple of us are left. And you know what? a lot of new places are here, so there's a new flavor. You know, we gotta kind of like accept the new people. The new 30-year-olds are coming up.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And so you didn't receive any flack from like other races or anything for being white?
I mean, normally I'm a white boy. You get me? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like you get me, but nothing that was like some crazy. Like, I grew up in the hood, so it's just like, first of all, I always been a people's person. Like, it's just like I've never really had too much hate for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and it's just through I do a little bit of everything. I play ball. I do everything anybody do like that. Especially when we're in the hood, it's just like that. So it's like I kind of always had good people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but. Yeah, like you already know, I'm a white boy in the hood. It's like, you know, I catch all that, you know what I'm saying? And that even goes further to like when we get later on, like start talking about prison and things like that, you know what I'm saying? Because then that
I already know. I build, so what I do basically, I'm going to try to show people why you ended up being the way you are and just kind of what motivates you and makes you tick. That's what makes this so interesting. And when you were growing up, you dealt with some of that shit, you know, probably made you try to go a little harder than other people, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That kind of sets the tone, you know what I mean, for your life right there. It's a little platform kind of attitude a builder, you know what I mean? Like,
it builds a foundation for your person, definitely, because more tell you, like, it's my dog, he'll tell you, like, he knows, like, sometimes I be standing a little extra strong on shit sometimes. But it kind of comes from that in the end, because in the end, like, we all know what it is. Like, I had to do double because it's just like it wasn't believed.
Word.
It wasn't believed. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, hold on. We have to check. We have to make sure that's for sure because he's the white kid. Like, we got to make sure. You know what I'm saying? So like, I had to do it twice all the time growing up in the hood. So it's just like, you know what I mean? But like, yeah, that I'm smooth, man. Like, I'm not even trying to say I be bugging, but like, yeah, when I feel passionate about something, I stand on it strongly because it's just like I've always had to, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, bro.
Type thing, you know what I mean?
So when you were younger, did you ever dibble dabble with drugs? Did you ever pick up with the gang? Nothing like that?
So basically, man, grew up broke as shit. My family, I had a lot of love in my family, but they were fucked up in the game. My family, you know what I mean, was fucking around with drugs for years and shit like that. So yeah, the come up was bad. The come up was always, you know, Section 8 welfare, things like that. That's just how it was for me growing up. So then when it came time for me to do me, like, I had to just make that decision whether to be the person who's coming to drop off or the person who's waiting to receive, right? And it's just like, that's just how I used to look at it. So then early, like 14, 15, I started trying to sell anything I could sell. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was selling Bud, like, I've been the... You know what I mean? That's something I dabbled with forever when I was young. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the bud, and then you know what I mean. As I got a little older, things started turning into bigger things, and then that's what you know, later on led to incarceration, all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But definitely it was just the fact of not having the things I wanted. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That type of thing is just like, yeah, like you see motherfuckers with shit you want, and you're just like, as a youngin', like you're on some ignorant shit, like you don't know what the world's about yet. You just like, they got it and I don't. What the fuck is going on? You know
bro, I'm gonna tell you something right now that is so crazy, bro. That you brought that up and you said it just like that. Me and a friend of mine that I did a podcast with before, we had a conversation. Like after the podcast, she was talking about the same exact thing that you basically just said. Like when you're a kid, you see other kids that have things that you want, and you don't understand that, you know, you just don't have, you know what I mean? Right. So you'll just do, you know, you see what they're doing to get it, so you do to get it. Yeah. It's almost like they're not even at fault. I couldn't even blame the kid that's doing it because he just sees the other kids that have things he wants and he goes and he gets.
What's the answer? How, you know, at that point, you know, you're young. You're not as humble as you're gonna grow to be. All you're thinking is, how do I get the things that I want? You know what I'm saying? And when you're young, like teenage years, and you want something, bro, that's a crazy. Like I sometimes will snap myself back to those times because it's like it's. That was like a different hunger than I could ever almost create now. It's crazy just because it was so new. It was just like, I just was like, I've never felt so. When I was young, I didn't care about shit because I didn't have shit. But when I started caring about shit and wanting shit, it was a sickness for me. I was ready to fucking sell anything to fucking anybody. Right. You feel me? Like, it didn't matter. I just wanted money. I wanted money so bad. I just didn't want to not have money.
So let me ask you this, right? So obviously you got the mindset of a hustler. That's what you did. You grew up like that. So did you ever start selling crack? Did you ever start selling like...
Yeah, I was the plug for a minute. I did everything. I sold everything under the sun.
How'd they get started for you? Why did you start selling?
It was just easy for me. Simply. That's how I've been asked that many times, and it was like, if in the hood, toothbrushes were selling, so you feel me? Like, the best way I could say it is like, whatever was popping, like, I'm gonna get my hands on that. I'm gonna get the best of it,
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make sure I'm the best at. You've had the most amount of pleasure and success coming to me when you came to me. That's just what I was good at. People love me for that. You know what I'm saying? Again, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it was just, I'm just a people's person. So, like, you know what I mean? I can, that's why, you know, it's all about, like, energies and shit like that. I'm real deep into things like that. And it's like, listen, man, I know people well. I also can communicate with people well. Any type of person, it does not matter to me. It's like there's no person that makes me feel uncomfortable. You see what I'm saying? That's
Absolutely.
a huge part for me when it comes to everything I do.
Yeah.
And especially how I had to survive growing up, which is selling drugs. But then now transforming that into doing everything we're doing with this, you know, with this content and things like that. It's like, yeah, man, this is I've been practicing. I've been working on this for a long time without knowing it. You know what I'm saying?
The most successful businessmen, entrepreneurs, you know, anybody just really is, if they're a people person, politicians, whatever you are. I mean, if you're congenial, you're a people person, you know what I mean? You get along with almost anybody. But growing up, right, did you grow up in the bricks?
I grew up in Somerville. First of all, my pops was on the run doing some shit when I was about to be born. So him and my mother dipped out to Maine. And had me out there. You feel me? So he can see me be born. Quickly after that, my mother was like, "Yeah, this is some dog shit. Like, we're not living like this. You going back, turning yourself in. You're gonna do your little time. You're gonna do your time." He had to do a couple of years when I was a baby, and then whatever. So I came back to Somerville when I was 1, right? So I grew up in Winter Hill first in the Dub.
Okay.
I grew up in Winter Hill until I was like 10, 11, like 9, 10. And then I moved from there to the Mystic Projects, and I lived in the Mystic Projects from like 10 to like 13. You feel me? And then I moved to like Union Square.
Okay.
You feel me? Like I just lived, you know what I mean, blah. And then I finally like moved out the Ville with my family in like when I was like 16. I was like 16. I ended up moving to Everett, the North Shore, and ran amok in the North Shore. That's where I really ran amok. Like Somerville's where I grew up. That's what created me. Right. But I was running amok everywhere else. Like, you know what I mean?
When you say Winter Hill,
the Winter Hill gang, along with the Italian mafia, are responsible for reshaping the greater Boston criminal underworld.
That's where, you know, the infamous Winter Hill gang and all that shit. Did you have any experiences with that?
Nah, my generation was past that, far past that. But like my father, so shout out Jason Trimmins, man. I did, you know what I mean? That's my dog, and I host with him basically the Somerville Legends video, which is the documentary on Somerville.
I see.
Did you ever see or pass by any of the Winter Hill guys, like how he went to Joe?
I had to ask that question.
I had to ask.
My mother was married to 2 of them. When their business didn't go their way, they were being perks, but otherwise they were normal family men.
How'd you get that? What happened to your ear there? What happened? Somebody take a piece of that for a suit?
It's me and my father. That's my father up there speaking. The old man that was speaking up there. Shout out Jim Davis. That was me, my father, and my dog Stecker from West Somerville. Shout out Chop It Up with Steck too. He's on there. He's on the cover, whatever.
I just spoke to him today, chopping it with Stacks.
That's my dog. Listen, chopping it up with Steck. Listen, Steck is my dog. That's a Somerville staple. Like,
really?
Yes.
Okay.
Somerville staple. He got a B Luke out. He got a B Luke podcast episode. And he don't make music,
chatting with Stacks, I think his name.
It's the one I'm talking about is chopping it up with Stack. He has like a thing where he talks to people, and he goes to food restaurants. It's dope.
Okay. Oh, that's different.
That's somewhat different. Okay, yeah. Definitely.
So this is like a food. He goes and tastes food and like.
But he brings like artists. He always like interviews like somebody like how you're doing it, but like he'll just do it at random restaurants, and they'll get food. They'll do the food thing, and then they'll talk. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Stecker, man, it's my dog.
That's pretty fire.
He's on the B Loop. He has an episode over there. Shut up, B Loop too.
That's your father, you said, right? That
on the Somerville Legends.
So explain your father. What's your father like?
Man, he's an Irish man, hardworking dude. Always has been. Like, he's the thing I love about my pops, man, is like he was just a different type of dude from what his generation created and all around him, which was like, you know, like times are different, times change. My father, like very, very young. I was young. I was like 16. Like I had to go. I had somebody. His man's looking for somebody to go meet my man's. Like, all right. I'm like, who is it? He's like, my man T. And I'm like, all right, go there. Dude from Dorchester. Like my father always just like seen people for who they were. He'd never, and even when the times told them not to. You get me? Like you know what I'm saying? So it's just like my father. I always big respect for my father for that. And man, he just angry dude.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
Let me point something out real quick, because you say something that's real deep, and it's easy to brush over something like you say. Even when the times didn't like go for it? Like, what do you mean that he was
like
good to everybody?
he grew up in the fucking, you know, he was born in 60 something. So when he was 15, like the Times would tell you, like, yeah, if like if you're white, you hang with white kids. If you're black, you hang with black kids. And my bad.
No, it's all right. I just don't want it to be squeaky.
Yep. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just more segregated and shit like that. So like my father just against all those, like, chose against like doing shit like that. Which I bet you even like homies would be like, oh, you chilling with these dudes. My father was like, yeah, get out of it. Like, we don't. Like, he just judged people for who they were, which is hard, which was, like, I feel like it's more common now.
Yeah. Because
it's just, like, people learn, you know? But, like, in his time, when it was a time where people were just more ignorant to shit like that.
It was courageous.
Yeah, it was absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Because he just didn't give a fuck. He's a bad motherfucker. My father's a bad motherfucker. Like, that's another thing. Let's just get that. Anybody know my pop from the hood, like, he's a bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and you said he did time and shit, right?
Yep.
Where did he end up at?
I think he did like he was in Shirley. He was in Shirley Medium. This is like years ago again, like 90 fucking, you know what I mean? So he was I know he was in Shirley, he did some upstate, but he like sat for his case for a little bit and fought it, did time in the county, and then when he took his time, didn't have much time left.
Right.
Like, he had like 2.5 years. I think he got like 4 or 5 or something like that.
Right.
So like he fought it for like 2 years out of that, and then took his time, got some good. So like, yeah, I don't know exactly. I think he came home in 96.
96, huh? Damn.
90s. No, 95, because I was born in 90. Yeah, it's like I was born in the last 13 days of 1990.
So this is when you were real young and shit.
Yeah, I barely remember the shit.
Okay, so when you're growing up, though, do you hear stories about him and shit?
I remember going and seeing him.
Okay.
I remember going and seeing him.
Oh.
I remember being mad young, and my sister was like right when he came home was the year later. My sister was born, obviously. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, I just remember those years. You know what I'm saying? But I do remember being young by myself and my mother, like, going to some spot. I was just like, oh shit. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, again, I was super young. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then he came home. My sister, you know, was created, things like that. Who's that? More Diggity?
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out my fucking brother, Mort Beasy.
Yeah.
Alright? Y'all know something. I know y'all watching. Y'all been paying attention. The Marksman is here, man.
Yeah.
Alright? The Marksman tape coming soon. We'll talk more about that later. But yeah, let's get back to it.
Yeah, so what age were you when you start, you know, really kind of taking that turn towards getting in trouble?
17, 18, I was going full-fledged getting this paper. That's for a fact. I had an Audi. I had everything I wanted. I pretty much had, not everything I wanted.
No. You can't. There's block in front of the door.
Yeah. Before he started opening this
Right.
shit, right? Yeah.
So let me ask,
What age I started?
Oh yeah. So when you say you were going full fledged in the streets, like, what do you mean exactly by going full fledged?
When it came to just chasing money anywhere it was, no matter how dangerous it was, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was just fucking with. I was tapped in with all anybody who fucking mattered. I was tapped in with them one way or another. And the thing is, I'm great with relations. It's just like I'm good at this. So it's like as I'm also putting money in people's hands and receiving money from people, I'm also, people are getting a whiff of just like, oh damn, this dude kind of moves different. Like he's really, his energy just is different. So like over time, I got friends from so many different angles of life because of this life I lived, which is like, that's the one thing I'm grateful for from it. That like,
right.
like I got people I can call from whenever for things that happened years ago. It doesn't matter, and it's a great thing to have. It's hard to explain to some people. Some people don't even know how to cherish that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
which is I've learned too. You know.
You never know when a favor is gonna come back for you. You know what I mean?
Right. And just to even sometimes just to bump into people that have such a high respect for you, it's just like yeah, it's just a great feeling, you know, because it's just like, yeah, when good people know how to share good flowers, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're a good dude, and you know another good dude, you fucking respect that. You know why? Because there ain't that many good fucking dudes.
Right.
You feel me? Right. So it's like, when I meet a good motherfucker, man, I lock in a couple times with him. It's like, nah, hold on, like, and now motherfuckers might even not be able to say shit about you in front of me neither, because it's like, nah, I actually have seen how that man walks. You're not talking. You're not saying that in front of me unless you have something to show me.
No, I saw. So what age were you when you get arrested, and what do you get arrested for?
So I got booked for stupid shit like once or twice when I was younger. Damn, dog. So I'll be as quick as I can with time. So basically, like, I caught some like little shits, boom, boom, like stupid shit. Like one time, fucking. I was stupid young, broke, like fucking 16, breaking into cars and stupid shit like that. Then after that, I didn't get in trouble for a while until I caught a case when I was like 21. In chronological order here. Chronological order.
Take your time, relax. We still got a little bit.
Yeah, it's like 2015. 2015, I caught a hammer charge coming back. I did a song with Sean Price, R.I.P. Sean Price, the God, Duck Down Records, man. This is when I was on a whole nother wave of music. Before this, you know what I mean, I have a song with Cool G Rap and all these dudes. So I went out there to meet with this dude, and we already recorded Sean Price. We already recorded the song, but we didn't get the video.
Right.
So we had to go back out there, get the video done. When I went back out there, he wasn't answering. He's an old school head that had the house crib.
Right.
He wasn't even on the subject. Like, him and Bernadette's at the crib, shut up. You know what I mean? But, like, yeah, so, like, he just wasn't answering, things like that. And I was like, damn, I had a camera dude out there. We was out there, so we shot some other shit for some other video. On the way back, I'm fucking dumb, young, like, smoking, burner in the whip, and got pulled over at the Mass Pike and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So I got pulled over, and this is, like, facts. You can go look this up right now. Like, this is common knowledge, but my man's had some shit going on, like, you know what I mean? They had, like, you got things in life, like, my man was in the whip, like, he you know what I mean, like, getting his daughter back, things like that.
Yeah.
So, like, right off the rip, it's in my police report. Like, I was just like, yeah, listen, anything you guys find in the whip, like, they have nothing to do with, like, you know what I'm saying? Off rip. You know what I'm saying? Which is just, like, it's sad to say that's what should be happening. It's just, like, it's so often you don't see that. So, whatever, they let my people go, they arrest me. That's the hammer charge. I take some time. As I'm sitting out on bail for that, I get caught. I'm driving around. They're on me now, and then I get caught with, like, they pull me over. I get caught with a 27 assault and like 2 busies of Molly or some shit like that.
When you say a 27 assault, what is that?
27 grizzes.
27
a grizz short of a rope. I mean,
okay, yeah.
it was just like, I mean, I just remember the mathematics to it. But so now I'm really held. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now I have to go to trial for the hammer. I end up going to trial for the hammer in BMC gun court, courtroom 12. Smack the charge for the gun because they weren't supposed to search for the gun. Did they put it on an inventory search?
Yeah.
Because you already know, like, the stadies tried to do that. Like, they're towing the car, so we had to. They knew it was an investigatory search. They broke through my whip. They did things like that. And my lawyer was a beast, Edward Malari. Shout out Edward Malari. And so now I go to trial for that. I beat that. I take the time for the drugs. I take probation for the drugs.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then at the same exact time, my lawyer's talking about, listen, we can wrap up that other joint. Now, this is the only thing I regret. This is the one and only thing I ever regret for decisions I made with court, because I made a lot of great decisions. I beat a couple ill cases, but this was one of the only ones that irks me to this day, which is, like, he pulled me over. Like, he knew he wasn't supposed to pull me over, dog. And long story short, I was just, like, locked up. You know what I mean? Because I caught the 2 cases in the times. Like, my bail was revoked. Like, I'm just like, dog, I'm trying to get the hell out. So I was sitting for, like, whatever, like 6 to 8 months for that trial to come around, do that. Now I can get a bail for that case. And he tells me, like, yo, we can just run this, like, you kind of been sitting, we can just run it. I already, like, he has, like, I don't know, a guy. I'm like, oh, God, like, so I'm basically gonna have to take, like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to have to take that. It was like a possession charge of 27 grizzlies. Like, if you look at the case, it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you could tell they just were sick and tired of me going to court for it. You know what I'm saying? Because I was fighting for it for a minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they were just like, listen, if you run it, well, we'll run it as a possession thing, a possession with intent or something like that. I had a possession with intent. So that's what I took for that. Then I was out for a while. I was out for like a year and a half. The last case was 2016. Because that all happened in that year. You know what I'm saying? It all happened like a year and a half.
Right.
Then I caught my big case, 2017, April 4th. And I was out fucking thinking I'm the man back. I'm driving out. I had the Audi. I fucking dumped that, grabbed the Infinity, dumped that, had the X3. Like, I was fucking doing retarded shit in Chelsea. I was just being retarded. And they finally came and got me. Like, I had a probation warrant. I was supposed to be taking drug tests, and fucking up, like, not caring about life. Like, I'm just like, I'm not going no fucking drug test, man. Stupid shit. You know what I'm saying?
So where were you in your life when you were doing that though? Like
Chelsea, Everett, like that whole North Shore area, East Boston, fucking Revere, like the North Shore, Malden, Everett, like all that. When I left Somerville at 16, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I didn't I left forever, but like it was just like my family moved houses, like you know what I'm saying? We went there. I was still back in the Ville all the time. But when I started getting out there, that's when crunch time. That's when everything was like. It was everything turned grown man real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For sure.
What was going on with you in your life though that you were getting so, you know?
To be real, man, it's a crazy one. It's a tough one that I battle with to this day. Not even like something specific. It's just that conversation because it's like, to be real, man, like. Yeah, like I got some shit with me for sure. Like it's just
depression?
like I don't even know exactly. Like I just whether it's a mental thing, like it's a bunch of things. Like I talk about spirits all the time, things like that.
Yeah.
So, like I just know that I know that there's things in life that have bothered me that have you know what I mean, upset me to the point where in some situations the way I react I react in a certain way and not the right way because of something. Because of something.
Do you mean like laughing when you should be crying? Something
I think
that?
even more deep, like even so bigger, like picture, like more or less like men over 30, right? Me, myself, I'll speak for myself, are just so hard on themselves. Right, when we don't have the things that we fully want, right? And I think that there's sometimes that I push that, like, it's tough, like the things I'm talking about, because it's like almost nothing I'm saying is like on this pinpoint one thing. It's like it's so hard for me to explain in words. It's almost like just like a bigger picture where it's like I know that the way I've reacted, like, you know, violently, in times in my life, I didn't have to. Now that I'm older and I looked at it differently and I look back at it like, damn, why did I react like that? And it's because of something. You see what I'm saying? And it's sometimes I'm 34 years old, and the reason why I laugh when we bring it up is because I can't pinpoint them. Like I'm working with that now, trying to figure that shit out.
Well, self-awareness is real hard to attain.
I feel like self-knowledge is huge, and I'm overflowing with it. And that's the only reason I'm even able to say the things I'm saying to you now, because it's like I know there's something going on, like you know what I'm saying. But like, bro, that's like I literally feel like almost. I mean, you know what I mean. Almost everybody I've rubbed shoulders with in life, like you know what I mean. It's like, yeah, you show me a perfectly mentally stable person. You show me that person, like perfect. And if you do, guess what? They're not, because like anybody who isn't.
Right.
We're humans, like we have to have mental cramps and mental like or bug outs, or like, you know, like we're not none of us are perfect. So like, you know what I'm saying, again, that could be me making these things seem more common, right? Or maybe they are a bigger issue, you know what I mean? But
so what happens when you get you go to county? What county do you go to when you
I go to Nashua Street, always Boston, because I'm in Chelsea. You get me? This is when I start really catching my cases. I'm not in Somerville no more. Somerville's Middlesex. I would have went to the Billy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But you know what I mean, I'm in Chelsea, so it's all Suffolk. So whatever. Long story short, boom. I'm up to that big case. Okay, I'm up to the big case. I take I get the big case. And I'm blocked. I'll tell you right now. I'm at these bitches' crib. I'm with my dog. I'm up all night getting crazy, fucking drinking, yakking up, getting fucking. You know what I mean? I'm not sleeping. I'm up, fucking all that. And I go to my crib and I just seen something funny outside. I already knew I had the body warrant. So they fucking. I'm up in the crib. 10 minutes later, the bell. And I try. I mean, whatever. Long story short, they ended up in my crib. And whatever, and got me. So like, so I ended up, long story short, I was in Nashua Street for a little bit. I remember I had the probation for, I told you I took, when I beat the hammer, I took the possession on the drugs. So that gave me probation. So I was on probation for this. So I took time for probation, 6 months. So I'm at Nashua Street a couple months. I take the time for probation, I'm in South Bay. Now I finish up that. I'm still fighting the big case. They just put me up to Nash status on 3-3 when they changed 161 and 162 in the towers in the Bay to 3-3 and 3-4. That I walked that. I was in 162 and walked that when they when they changed the units. I walked that with my with the bag. We all had to move the units. You know what I'm saying? So I'm there. I fight. I stay there for like 13 months. And finally, I ended up taking my time in like 2000 and fucking Jesus Christ, like 2018 for sure. 2018 like summertime. It was like July 25th, something like that. 2018. I went to Walpole. Was in Walpole up until like November, December, and they kept me like for 5 months, scumbags. But
they kept you in Walpole for 5 months.
Yeah, because I sat at like I just know people everywhere. So it's sometimes it's a burden for me, because if I see my dog somewhere, I'm going home, sitting with him real quick, like, You know what I mean? So those times I ended up not even knowing. I got dudes doing like, you know what I mean? Like this is like OGs from certain hoods that are doing 50. I'm just sitting next to them like Ips was on me. Like Ips didn't know what was going on. I got nothing really on record like that, like gang wise. But I'm sitting with like gang statures, like, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about like the big dog of the big dog. So you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just again through the streets, through money. It's just like I ended up like this with motherfuckers in the street. I ended up knowing this dude. So like that's just how it was for me. But yeah, bro, I had minimum points. They blackballed me. I didn't hit the minimum for fucking a year and a half after that.
Right.
So
where'd you end up going from there?
Shirley Medium.
Okay, and what was Shirley Medium like for you?
What was it like? You said?
Yeah.
Oh man, that shit was fucking death row. It was like when it came to like it was Mass Ave.
Yeah.
And I heard it's even worse, which is like my man's up there right now. Free my dog C's. He'll be home soon. He's so like it's a mess over there. You know what I'm saying? It's a mess. But like it used to be a mess too. But like I guess it's even more now. Like I guess like I mean even good dudes is going down, man. It's like so.
What kind of mess you mean? Like what are dudes doing?
Drugs.
Yeah.
Drugs.
Like just everybody's on drugs.
Yep. Drugs.
Were you getting high?
Nope.
No.
Nope. I was benching 265. I was like 204 in there. I'm fucking bro. Right now I'm 170.
Yeah.
I could show. I should have even had that. I should have already had the picture. I got pictures.
You can send it to me. I'll put it.
Yeah, I got pictures. 2019. I was a monster. Like you know what I'm saying. So like a whole different time, whole different health. You know what I'm saying. But
absolutely. And is that what you did when you was locked up? You worked out and shit?
I did everything, stuff like that. I did everything you can get your hands on, which is not a good idea. Which is not a good idea. For people who just want to do their bids and chill the fuck out, don't listen to me. I have ADHD. I can't chill, so I have to do these things. I played poker. I played chess. I played whist. I played pinochle. Got me on a pinochle table. The OGs, like pinochle. Once I got good at pinochle, it was over. I didn't want to play nothing else. Whist, none of that shit was good to me anymore. Pinochle was like the Super Saiyan of all that. But But I'm nasty at basketball. Supposed to go D1. Like anybody knows, I was top 5 at any camp. Like A-Dub from New Bedford, 50 from New Bedford. These dudes know. Like these dudes were top dog. I was a top dog at every basketball camp I was at. And yeah, man, those things made the time fly. It just made it easy for me. I felt like, but I feel like for a lot of people it wouldn't. You know, it's like.
Is that's kind of what you looked forward to when you was in there? You played ball.
Anytime I ever was locked up, I waited for the court. So let me see the court. I'm gonna be quiet until we get to the court.
Where?
And I'm gonna piss. Like I'm like nice, like you know what I'm saying, like not just a Jimmy, like I'm gonna put someone on the floor, like my handles are retarded, like all that, so I get people going, like it's just like people instantly, oh what's your name, and that's just how I always rocked, you know what I'm saying.
So how's people's game like over there? Did you find some people with that
nasty dudes that should be in the league?
Really?
Yeah, they was throwing alleys off the glass in Shirley Medium, like they put a little league together, like it was like units.
Yep.
Dudes are getting crazy crossing dudes with a whole crowd. It was crazy. It was such a crazy feeling, bro.
Yo, it's crazy how how talented some of the people are that you run into in there, right?
Absolutely. Bro, my man Nunu, too. He was like 6'7", just like crossing dudes, fucking slowly to the rack, yamming on dudes. Like, this shit was, it was surreal, man, because you see like it's crazy, like on the basketball games when it was the leagues, you see like a type of like unity that's just crazy, bro. Like it's just like it felt like we were on the bricks, like at the it felt like we were at the park, like it was a basketball game at the park, like and at the park league, and we got everybody from the hood there, like it's just we were in there,
and you can almost forget you're even in prison sometimes.
For 2 minutes. I dropped 27. Dudes know what time it is. I dropped 27 my first game back, because I was injured. I had fucked up my back. I was playing ball on the Walpole. Before I went to Shirley, I was playing on the Walpole when they first opened it up in the gym downstairs, and that shit is garbage. If it's hot, the shit's slippery. You can't even walk because there's no windows in there. So the shit's just sliding. I fucking slid, fucked up my shit. So I had just came back a couple months after being at Shirley and working out and getting everything right. Came back, dropped 27, and bro, I had the most fun I've had. I'll remember that day forever because remember. I'm the white boy, so I'm pissing, and dudes going crazy. And because my man A-Dub was from New Bedford, he was talking about me for a minute. You guys don't get it. Like, y'all see that white kid right there working out? He's not going to ball right now because he's trying to fix some shit, but he's like, bro, watching this kid come. And I came back in the league and just was pissing. Like, dudes didn't know what to do with me. They never see me play. So I'm by them. Now when I'm by him, now I'm coming back, Jimmy in on him. Like, it was such a fun time for a minute. Like you said, like,
And so that's
nothing
cool.
was
though.
bad at that moment.
That's
you know?
your passion. You know what I mean? You felt passion for that at the time. Now you're passionate about something else. We'll get into that in a couple seconds. We only do have like 10 minutes left. It sucks, bro.
I know.
So I might have to make this a members only. We're gonna get another one, bro.
Let's do it.
Now I know.
Do that? Let's do
now
that.
I know your passions and shit. And
Yeah.
we got time to talk.
We can touch up like
We'll
take
touch
some
up on
from
this
these.
and we'll make it members only. We'll
Whatever
jump on
you
a
want to
whole
do.
other-
Yep.
Okay, that's what we'll do.
No stress here. However you think it's the best. Let's
That's
do it
what
like
I
that.
think is best.
Yep.
So
And we'll get whatever you want from here on, like
Yep.
just to get. Yep, let's get it.
So how much time did you end up doing?
I ended up doing 3.5. So like I got 4 in a day. Didn't get no good time until I ended up finally getting to the minimum after a million letters sent to fucking classification. Finally got to the minimum, got to the CRA,
Word.
and did the CRA. Got 6 months good time. Went home in 3.5.
So the CRA, did you actually learn anything from the CRA? It's good to touch on this because people need to know what the program is.
The only thing it reminds you of is like, remember like any feeling of like being in like a group, like at school, like you kind of like, bro, you wake up every day to the same people and like listen to like imagine waking up, you know, at school every day, Pledge of Allegiance, and it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like a kind of like it's like a system, like it kind of makes the time go.
It's redundant.
Yes, it's redundant, which is like that could drive you fucking nuts,
Yeah.
or it could honestly like help you. Some people were like good with that shit, like you know what, fuck it, man, up in the morning, we got something to do.
The routine.
Right. So like, yeah, man.
Structure.
Yeah, structure. That's the most important thing the CRA probably just reminds you of. It reminds you because you got to go to class.
Right. A job life. Something like that.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not doing that, you're not doing shit over there.
Right,
You're
right,
fucking,
right.
Or you're doing whatever else you're doing. But like, you know what I mean? If you don't, you're doing whatever else you build. You know what I mean? But
Did you start rapping in there before you even?
Nah, I've been making music for so long, man. So before I went away, I was making music with my dogs, the Head Spinners, right out of Somerville, Mass. Our first show was for Cool G Rap at the Middle East. Cool G Rap started fucking with us. We got a song, Head Spinners, featuring Cool G Rap. It's out. It's been out for fucking 12 years. With the Godfather G Rap from the, you know what I mean, from New York, like, you know what I mean, that's the Godfather. But yeah, so like I've been doing this for a long time. But then prison. So I remember I got the hammer charge when I went out to do the song with Sean Price. Boom, boom. So like I've been doing this for a minute, and then prison had fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? I went away, and like prison is where I transformed my whole entire artistry. Like you listen to music that I'm about to drop real soon, bro.
Yeah.
Dude's gonna be like, holy shit! Like it's like I've been rapping for 1,000 years. And that's where I come from. But bro, I don't even like calling myself a rapper no more. I'm an artist. Like, I got tracks I'm singing on. I got tracks I'm doing everything on. It's insane. Prison helped that.
Changing the game a little bit.
Prison helped that. I studied people, studied things that people liked. It was just like, yeah, and then I started fucking realizing how good I can do certain things that I've been wanting to do anyways, but just never tried it. And now it's coming together.
It's crazy, but pain brings context.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Everything about it. When I drop this Marksman tape, you're gonna see all me and Morta talking about is pain. Whether we're laughing about it, whether we're, you see what I'm saying, whether we're spazzing about it, whether we're singing about it, we're doing it all. But you're gonna be like, dog, these two motherfuckers. These are two human beings that been through things, you know. So. And
so, what are some of the big names that you've come across in your rap career? People you've met, experiences.
Dude, shout out Cool G Rap, man. That's my dog. You know what I'm saying? That he's somebody that we studied for years and then got to meet, and he treated us with grace and you know what I mean, like really seen that we had things going for us when it came to our skill at the time. We just didn't know what we wanted to do business wise. We didn't have the business down, but yeah, man, and that's another story. But G Rap, definitely. Sean Price, R.I.P. the God. I spent some ill times with him, you know what I'm saying? Domingo too. Domingo from East New York. My man cousin Nardi from North Philly, who is also like G Rap's like family and like road manager / when he was on 456. He was on 456 when G Rap's, you know, probably I would say greatest album. These are all dudes. I mean, I was in rooms with like 38 Specials. He's blown up now. He's doing his thing. I was in his studio with G Rap. You know what I'm saying? AZ was there. He was coming out with
AZ.
Yeah,
I like
was
AZ,
there.
bro.
He was 38 Specials dropping a CD called The Son of G Rap. Right. That's like, you can look that up. It's out. Like been out. So now AZ's on that. He's on a track or two. So we went to the studio after a show in Rochester, New York for G Rap. We went to the studio and we walk. I swear this on everything I love. AZ walks in. I'm with G Rap. AZ walks in. Was like, damn, G, I thought I was the son of G Rap. Like, no, that's like his upper. Like, you know what I mean? AZ and Nas looked up to. You You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They're from
bro.
Queens. They looked up to G-Rap.
They're
like,
legends, bro.
Yeah, and this is their legend.
Yeah.
G-Rap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why, like, I take that, you know what I mean? I much respect for G-Rap, man. He showed me a lot of love.
What was it like meeting these dudes?
Insane, but, like, I've always been a poised dude, bro. I just always was just like, yeah.
Yeah, no,
like,
not
taking
riding.
it in. But inside, like, yeah, being like...
Yes, right?
Yeah,
Like, yes.
Yeah, it's the best. Like, I literally was the happiest dude. Like, yeah, happiest dude, fam. You know, bro. There was times then. This is years ago, fam. This is why life is great, y'all. Like, life is great. Please understand this. Like, this is before prison.
Yeah.
This is before prison. Before this whole entire life that came for me.
Right.
I already at one point was like, I could die today and be happy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just because of how much I love music and I love these dudes that I was about to do this music with. Like. And then, like, bro, prison happened. I've met so many ill people since then. Mort Beasley is one of the illest dudes. I'm so glad I met this dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and him are doing things that are going to be, like, dog, nobody's done it.
Whereas
like, nobody's done it.
Bro, I love Miz, bro. Me and Miz came a long way together, too.
Yes. And he was telling me that, too, man. You know what I'm saying? It's dope. You know what I'm saying? But, again, met him through, not even in prison. We both were in prison. Met him through, me and Day Heat were in prison together.
Mm-hmm. Another great artist from Massachusetts.
Incredible 43 AD shit.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Day Heat. And he I was locked up with him, but he was locked up with Mort, but me and Mort were locked up together. But then Mort was locked up with my brother, who now is locked up. But when we came home, brought us together. It's all, you know how it go. Yeah. So it's just an incredible thing. When you walk down the line of it, you're like, nah, this shit's actually. I think this shit's happening for a reason.
Hell yeah, bro! It gives you purpose, bro.
Yes.
And also it challenges me sometimes in my faith, but it also builds it too. So yeah, definitely, bro. It gives you kind of like, I wouldn't be here unless it was for a fucking reason.
Right. 100%. 100%. And shout out to what you're doing here too, man. This is you giving fucking retarded people like me a chance to talk and shit. Like that's it's just such a great thing. That's why I've done so many. Like, podcast is my thing. I love this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so shout out to WW man for having me through it. It's only right. It's only right. More busy knew it was only right for me to come through. And I know we're short on time, things like that. But again, we can even do like we were talking about that second.
Yeah, we'll do a long. So what we're gonna do, right, is I hope you members appreciate this shit, because I want to put this out, but like I also want to get an in-depth interview with my man right here, because now I know his passions. Now
we got a lot to talk about.
His life. We definitely got a lot to talk about. A lot I want to talk about. Definitely like all your rap experiences and things like that.
We're gonna have good pinpoints for next time.
We
haven't been able to chop it up, brother.
Right, I know.
This is our chop up, you know.
Right, this is exactly. We never talked before, and it's crazy because we didn't even have time today. Like we just got here, just started,
and made it happen.
Like,
made it happen because we know what we're here for. It still went good. You know, it's almost like it was hard to map out because we did. Again, we don't know. You don't know how much I got to talk to. I'll be talking, man. And now you know I be running my mouth too.
Yeah, because I usually I'll get a minute to but we had just set this up and then boom, it happened. So like
ask questions just off the rip. Yeah, exactly. No, this was dope, man. Even like you said, however you do it with the members only, I think that's dope. Any way you do it, man, just know I'm back here. I'm coming back here for sure, bro. You know?
Well, I hope you guys appreciate this, man, for real. Definitely encourage other people to join this podcast. This is what these videos are great for. They're absolutely essential to this podcast. It's literally essential. Like, this is how the memberships grow. This is how the platform grows. So definitely share these videos. Share the join button. Like, tell people where it's at, how to click on it. And salute to my boy right here, bro.
Yes.
And we're gonna get an in-depth one coming soon, man. I'll let you guys know a date on that. Stay tuned for Saw 5 tomorrow, man.
See y'all soon, man.
Yeah, W number. Ow!
I've been quiet for a while, man. They've been asking where I've been. Well, here I am.
Slowly got up this morning, I was in a minor gloom. Just woke up from a dream in some finer rooms. I was grooving, we was moving to some finer tunes. Women everywhere, we was chilling, eating finer food. But it's back to the trap, a different grease up in mommy's spoon. Where they backdoor Bobby, but little Tommy knew. We're locked in with your partner means a copy coup. And the product of the poly two-stepping in his dining room. Minds frail and characters break when the status gone. Just know wherever I'm at, I'm dressed in valid stone. 4 different lines. Say I got a bad past with phones, and I always feel the tension in the room like disaster homes. I'll show you kitchens I made more than 100 grand in. I'll show you people who call cases and drag their mans in. Most couldn't take a step in these shoes that I stand in. This family's just forever if you choose to put your hands in. Been humble for a while, it's time a real one get his get back. It's more than the music, and some of y'all will never get that. Some left me out to dry, can't lie, say I don't resent that. But since the camera's been on me, they can't get their lens back. Pay attention to the breeze, cause them feds watching when you come and when you leave. The rest stay clocking how you move and how you breathe. Standing on mountains, my climb wasn't smooth, nah, it wasn't easy. Catch me in the fall, I'm October's very own. Catch me in the winter, my locations are barely known. Catch me as a Valentine, my movements are very grown. And if you catch me outside, I'm swinging like Barry Bones.